Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Janelle Braun-Barrick. I am the Senior Director of AppExchange Sales and Alliances here at Silverline Emphasis. And you are at our August 8th monthly office hours for Calendar Anything. I am joined by Lena Sin, who is our Senior Director of Product, who will be taking us through the latest release of Calendar Anything version 1.112. So, of course, I will always start out at the beginning of our call to remind everyone, if you have questions related to your particular org or just questions in general about Calendar Anything functionality, how you're able to do certain things within Calendar Anything, please feel free to put them in the chat portion of the Zoom, and we'll be able to answer those questions at the end of our call. You're also more than welcome to take yourself off of chat. Off of mute, and you can go ahead and chat in real time with us if you'd like to do that as well. So I will go ahead and hop into our agenda. So the first thing I want to announce that we're very, very excited about is Lena and I were in Atlanta at the end of June, and we participated in the Southeast Dreamin' Demo Jam. And we are very happy to announce that we won first place with our Barbie demo, where we showed Calendar Anything. Of course, it's industry agnostic. It works with any industry cloud. And we were super excited to show Barbie's World on our demo jam. And so that ended up winning us the demo jam. So we were very, very excited about announcing that. I also want to let everyone know that our August newsletter is coming out next Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. If you have anyone in your org that is not currently receiving those newsletters, please let us know. We'll make sure they get added to the list. This newsletter has a lot of information. We have an admin corner section of it where we go over latest tips and tricks. We also have a link out to our YouTube page. We have release notes and links to upgrade to the latest release of Calendar Anything. And again, this comes out with on a monthly basis, along with our monthly office hours as a complement to it. Another thing I want to go over is a little bit of a housekeeping for where we will be over the next few months. So Calendar Anything is going to be at Dreamforce. We'll be at the Palace Hotel, where we'll have a little bit of a demo booth set up. And we'll also be attending some of the sessions with our industry leads, specifically for marketing. So if you'd like to see Calendar Anything in action, if you want to just come and rest and relax and get away from the craziness of Dreamforce, we have a place to do that with a little lounge. You can have some snacks. It's a great little place to get a little bit of a reprieve. We're also hosting a pre-concert happy hour, and we're also hosting a welcome reception. So if you'd like to be invited to either one of those events, please let me know. I will make sure that you are on the list. Lena and I will also be attending Florida Dreamin', very similar to the Southeast Dreamin' event, where we'll be participating in a demo jam. So we're hopefully able to bring out 2 wins in a row. That is our goal. So we're super excited about that. So if you're going to be down in Clearwater in October, please let us know. We'd love to run into you and take you out for a cup of coffee. So the next thing, and one of the most exciting parts of our monthly office hours, is going over the latest release. So we just released version 1.112, where we go over new settings override functionality, and we also have new URL parameters where you can use date literals, meaning next week, next quarter. And so that makes setting up that dynamic calendar just a little bit easier. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Lena to go ahead and demo our latest release.
Thank you, Janelle, and hello, everyone. Let me share my screen, and I'm going to turn my camera off for now. All right, can everyone see my screen?
I can.
Great. All right, so we want to start by going over 2 new features that we released in the end of July release. So everyone know about a wonderful settings visibility setup option. This admin feature allows admin to configure Calendar Anything display settings for their users. We have different ways on how you can configure display settings. It can be done at the global level, profile, or role. And typically this is done before users are logging in, accessing Calendar Anything. and changing their own display settings. We've heard some feedback that, especially for clients that have been using Calendar Anything for a while, user display settings getting changed a lot. And in case when the admin wants to kind of reel everyone back in and have a more streamlined and uniformed display settings across the organization, before there was no easy way to do it. So we added this new section here called Settings Override. And what this section does, it allows admin to override any personal user display settings that users have changed on their own just by going to general settings and making changes there. This section is available to admins only. The settings can be override at the profile or role level, as well as the org-wide level. Very easy to navigate. At the get-go, you get the org-wide level section here. You can click on the plus, select display setting that you want to reset. So let's select something. Maybe we'll do I don't know. We can use this one here. You can select, and then you can select which option you want to use. Order fixed. We're gonna say order. Click OK, and click Save. So once I go back here, you'll see that we have one setting defined at the org-wide level. We also have a date and timestamp. Why this is important. So Calendar Anything, when users log in, will look at the org-wide override record and compare the timestamp with the user personal display settings. And if this timestamp is later than the one that user had saved, we're gonna apply this setting to the user who logged in. If users go and update their display settings again, they can revert back to the original preference. So this is not a hard override. This is more like a reset that allows admins to have better control over display settings for their users. Similar for the profile, we can look for the profile here. So let's do select one here, it doesn't matter which one. Again, a section for the profile, a plus sign, very similar. We can say display size, okay. I'm gonna do medium, click okay, click save. Again, if I'm gonna go back here, admin settings, we'll see that now we have a profile level override with display setting, its value, and the timestamp. Any questions on this feature?
No question, but a comment. Settings override feature is very helpful. We love to hear it, Matt. This is brand new functionality, so we'll definitely be letting all of our clients know, especially like Lena said, a lot of our legacy clients will see a lot of help from this. So we're super excited about it.
Yep. So this is still in sort of beta testing, just because we want your feedback and see what changes we can make to make it even easier for you to use. So would love feedback from you guys as well. We're also working on a detailed knowledge article that will outline how to use this feature. So be on the lookout for it in our help center. The next one that I want to highlight is ability to use date literals in URL parameters. So calendar anything is a Lightning Web component. We can embed calendar anything anywhere in Salesforce and in digital experience site. And we added this new option where you can set the date parameter at the component level to use dynamic or flexible dates. So let me show you how that works. We need to do that. Right. So here at the account record page, we have calendar anything embedded to show opportunities. And here we have a URL parameter component property, and we're saying basically collapse the sidebar, which is this SB1, and then we have a date parameter here that is set to next month. What it means that anytime calendar anything will open, it will open to the next month. So we're currently in August. When I open this page, it will display calendar anything starting September 1st. So we support pretty much every date literal that Salesforce supports. So you can use, next week, previous month, whatever makes sense for your business use case. And it applies to all views. And like I said, in all places where you can embed calendar anything. Again, super easy to use. And was a request from a client that we got a couple months ago.
So that leads me to a call out I want to make. As you can tell, we will roll out features and functionality that makes sense for client requests that we see. So if you ever have I really wish calendar anything could do XYZ, please reach out to us, submit a case, let us know what you're looking for. And we absolutely, if it makes sense for most clients, we will roll it into our product. So please let us know those types of requests.
Yes, thank you, Janelle. All right, so moving on to our admin corner. So this month, we want to highlight a couple of things here in the admin corner. So we all know and love our calendar anything conditional coloring. As you know, we support up to 3 levels of colors. It's easy to set up at the calendar setup level. We have a whole section for conditional coloring. Today, I want to touch on a couple of things that we have added over, I would say, probably the last year or so, related to dynamic conditional coloring. So the way dynamic conditional coloring works is that you select a field. We support lookups for dynamic conditional coloring. So any lookup field on the object can be set up as a dynamic conditional coloring field. So in this particular case, we're looking at cases. So this is a calendar built on standard Salesforce case object. And we using case owner and applying dynamic color to the case owner field. So what this means is for calendar anything, when the calendar loads, we'll look at the data set retrieved by the calendar, and we will determine all of the case owners in the data set, and we'll dynamically apply color to each owner name on the calendar. We added a couple of settings that can be tweaked for the dynamic conditional coloring. So once you select your field and you set it to be dynamic, click on this little wrench icon and you'll see a pop-up with some additional settings. So I want to start with start color. So we currently support, I believe, 50 dynamic colors. We have a list of colors here that you can specify as your start color. Why this is important? So let's say if you have multiple calendars that use dynamic conditional color, you want to most likely have a different start color for your conditional color legend, so that you have a mix and match of colors and don't repeat colors for several calendars. So here we have it set to green. I believe it's somewhere at the bottom here. You can select any color from this list, and what calendar anything will do, depending on how many records you have, it will just go down the list and use the next color from the list to color the records. We also have option to make the conditional color flexible. So what this means is, previously, the way calendar anything worked, the initial data set that we retrieved from the calendar, let's say for the month of August, will determine the conditional color legend for dynamic colors. If you switch to the next month, and let's say you have more records that need to be colored, those would be using the calendar color. They will not have the dynamic color design. If you have the flexible checkbox checked, we will look at the data set every time you move your date range, let's say to the next month. We'll reevaluate and make sure that we count all of the case owners and assign individual colors to all of them. You also have an option to sort. So if you notice here, I'm using last name as my sort. If I'm gonna close this, I wanna show you the legend. So here we're sorting by last name. I can specify another field that I want to use for sorting. If let's say it makes more sense. So let's change this to first name. It will recalculate, and now you see that it's sorting using the first name of the user rather than the last name. So also a little feature that a lot of our clients who use dynamic conditional coloring find useful. And one last thing I want to talk about is the color field. So in case, for example, where you have a specific color assigned to a record, so let's say every opportunity that's assigned to a certain account should have a color red. You have a custom field that holds that value. We can use that field in the dynamic conditional coloring and use that color to color the record instead of randomly assigning from our color palette. For that, we need to create a custom field and use our normal, hex or RGB colors in that field. We'll look at that field. We'll take the code for the color and we'll apply that inside calendar anything. So if you have a uniformed color scheme for your, I don't know, accounts or opportunities, or whatever else it might be, we can utilize that inside calendar anything. I know it's a lot of information. If you have any questions, let me know. If you think of questions later on, definitely reach out to us. We can be reached at our help center easily from calendar anything. Just go to help, click on the link. It will take you to our calendar anything page. From here, you can log a case, and one of our support engineers will respond to you and answer any questions you might have. Janelle, you're on mute.
Thank you, Lena. Before we let you guys go today, if you have any questions, about what Lena went over, or questions in general that you want to just ask, please, that is what we are here for. So utilize that time that you have with us now. You're more than welcome to take yourself off mute or type into chat. But if we don't have any questions or concerns or comments, we'll let everyone go today. We will be having this copy of recording that will be sent to you. And then we'll also be having a newsletter that goes out next week. And again, you have folks that are not getting the newsletter that need to get it, please let us know. We'll make sure they're added. And if you will be at Dreamforce in September, please let us know. We would love to see you. So if we, question. Can you export swim lane for an appointment slide, for example? Can you export swim lane? Oh, for a PowerPoint slide. You could screenshot.
You can screenshot. Yeah.
You could print and save.
So print doesn't actually print the same way as you see it on. It will print in the agenda view. So if you want to export it for a PowerPoint slide, screenshot would be your best option.
Hopefully, Matt, that answers your question. Awesome. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Like Lena said, you can reach us at calendaranything.com and submit a case there. Or you're more than welcome, excuse me, to email your customer success manager and they will be able to help you as well. Thank you guys so much for your time today. We will speak with you next month.